Good morning. I am Kevin Price. Delighted to be with you, talking to you about you and your business. We got a lot to talk about on today's program, and we're going to cover it all here. You know, and I like to say the show's kind of like a magazine. We cover different things in each segment, bringing different perspectives on life. Sometimes we talk about what's happening in the political front. In fact, we spend a lot of time on that. Talk about what's happening on the business front and the economy, but we also like to talk about some lifestyle issues. And there's certainly one issue that is to me really kind of crucial in our culture today, which is the importance of the role of dads in a society where they seem to have taken a diminished role. And I've got our guest today, Frederick Goodall, who is chronicling his efforts to be a better dad at mochadad.com. That's MOCHADAD.com. And glad to have you on the program. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here. So
kind of real quickly, first of all, the name of the website. What's up with that?
Oh, there's an organization called Mocha Moms, and I just decided, hey, I'll kind of piggyback on that.
Okay, and tell me a little bit about your story and what led you to start this website and this quest to be a better dad.
Well, it started in 2008, and I was a new dad at the time. So I was looking on the web to try and find some information to help me in my journey in becoming a father, and there really wasn't a lot of information there. There was a lot of information for moms, but not too much for dads. So I decided to start chronicling my journey, the things I was experiencing, what I was going through, some of my successes and failures, and just what I was experiencing as a new dad. And over the years, I kept writing down my journey and kept talking to other people and sharing those experiences. And I realized over the years it's helped a lot of people, and that gave me some very positive feedback. And I'm glad to see that is growing and helping other dads.
Okay. And when did you start the website?
2008.
Okay. And what are the various dimensions to your program?
Well, I try and connect with dads on a personal level, so they see that their presence is very important for their children. I try and do that through some of my personal examples, but also through examples from other dads. I try and attend some fatherhood conferences or any family planning conference where they're talking about parenting, fatherhood, and trying to get dads a lot more exposure. Because I think it's very important in our culture. You mentioned it earlier. Dads if you look at the popular culture, it seems that dads have a diminished role in the family. My goal is to make everyone see that dads are equal parents. We're competent, we're capable, and we're just as involved in our families' well-being as the moms are.
Yeah, well, and it seems like our culture in general kind of makes fun of dads. I think about Everybody Loves Raymond. Maybe, but he has zero credibility.
Right.
It's just pervasive that dads are buffoons and they're detached and they really don't know what's going on and they're kind of the butt of jokes.
Right.
And so that's a problem.
Yeah, it is a problem, and I think dads are an easy target, because a lot of kids have grown up without a dad, so it's easy to make fun of dad. You didn't see your dad, you didn't deal with your dad, or maybe your dad was there, but he worked all the time, and he wasn't really emotionally available to you. A lot of these factors go into why dads become an easy target for the pop culture today. If moms were portrayed in this way, no one would stand for it. Where I come from, he talked about someone's mother. Those are fighting words. So,
yeah, and part of that has to do with the fact that moms almost always universally seem to be there. But I also think it has something to do with a little bit with the sexist culture that we live in, that has now had kind of a reverse discrimination, where now women on top, if you will.
I mean, well, I think it was The Atlantic. It had that article called "The End of Men," and it talked about how women were making strides in education, women making strides in the workforce, and because of these things, men may become irrelevant in the future. But society changes. Some of the gender roles evolve, And things continue to be different. But with these changing roles and our societal norms, we still have to make sure that fathers have their respect and keep their proper place within the society, because kids need both parents.
Right.
We have to have a mother. You have to have a father. We both offer different things to our children, and they need both sides of that equation to really grow and develop and get the things that they need to be successful adults.
Yeah. By the way, you can check out the site, Mochadad, MOCHADAD.com. Notice you have a lot of different categories there, that you're trying to help dads out. Talk about the contest you have.
Oh, it's different contests. I work with a lot of different companies who want to help and promote some fatherhood. So periodically I work with them to offer the readers, different things, gift cards, electronics, technology, vacations, all kinds of things that the parents can work with their kids and toys for kids, all kinds of things, just to keep the families connected and keep them enjoying one another.
Yeah, very cool. And people can check it all out over there at Mochadad.com. Again, check that out. I think it's kind of cool. I like this idea. Mochadad.com. One father's quest to be a better dad, and providing lots of suggestions. The categories over there: home, dad, parenting, family, marriage, travel, videos, technology. Technology seems to be kind of a enemy in the minds of many parents when it comes to parenting. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, parents have to be educated on technology. There are so many applications on the phone, on the web, that the kids are into that parents have absolutely no clue what their kids are doing. I know a few of these things. One that's very concerning to me that I always talk to parents about is one called Snapchat. Kids can download that on their phone, and it's an application that allows them to take a picture, send it to their friend, and the picture disappears within a few minutes or so. And obviously, an application like this could promote many problems for your children. So parents have to be aware. They have to talk to their children about what applications they're using, what they're viewing on websites. One thing that I do is I sit down with my daughter, who's 12, and I ask her, hey, the kids at your school, tell me about the applications they're using, what's popular with them. And she gives me a rundown and a breakdown of what they're doing and how they're using it. So I have an understanding that I can share with other parents. But parents, you have to get involved. You have to understand what they're doing, because you cannot allow them to have free access. You have to give them some controls and monitor what they're doing.
Yep, there you go. Good note to end on. I want to encourage people to learn more about what our guest is talking about, how to take care of your kids, better take care of your kids. Frederick Goodall, again, he's with Mochadad.com. Thanks for being with us here on this Tuesday morning.
Hey, thank you.
All right.
Thanks for having me.
When we come back, we're going to have much more for you. I do want to remind you, best content here. She shows up over there at USDailyReview.com. You're listening to The Price of Business.